Well, let's go now to Scott Nevins in Los Angeles. He's a TV host, also a pop culture expert, and someone I have not seen for a very long time. Good to see you.
Good to see you, yeah.
It's amazing the number of spin-offs that came out of Happy Days. Mork and Mindy, Chachi Loves Joni, Laverne and Shirley. And their break came with this episode of A Date with Fonzie. It did not hurt, though, that, Gary Marshall, Penny Marshall's brother, was the show's creator. But what was obvious, though, is that Laverne DeFazio and Shirley Feeney were a monster hit. The audience loved them, and the spin-off was born.
Yeah, I mean, people were so excited to finally see somebody who looked and sort of sounded like some of them. As a kid from Queens, New York, I know women who sound like Penny Marshall. They do exist. And people were thrilled, and that show skyrocketed to huge numbers and just, owned the scene. And, a lot of people talk about, well, her brother did this for her. Yeah, sure, maybe he got her in the door. But once you're in the door, you have to prove yourself. It is up to you. And she did time and time and time again. Yeah,
women on TV were not meant to look like that or sound like that back in the day. Ron Howard, who played Richie on Happy Days, he tweeted this tribute. She was funny and so smart. She made the transition from sitcom star to A-list movie director with ease and had a major impact on both mediums. All that and always relaxed, funny and totally unpretentious. I was lucky to have known and worked with her. It was once written that Marshall got into directing the easy way by becoming a TV superstar first. Playing Laverne DeFazio for 8 seasons in itself would have been a definition of success. But she directed 2 of the most memorable movies of our generation.
Well, I mean, it's 2 movies that are huge touchstones in American culture, right? And even globally.
Around the world. I mean, this isn't just US. I mean, I grew up in Australia. I have friends in New Zealand and South Africa. All know Big and A League of Their Own. Yeah,
and by the way, Big was the first movie directed by a female to reach a $100 million U.S. sale. That was huge in that day, and this was thanks to Penny Marshall. And her first feature film, which was Jumping Jack Flash with Whoopi Goldberg, Whoopi convinced her to take over for the director. They were 10 days into filming. Wow. And she didn't know she didn't know she had to shoot from different angles. She had no clue. And she was a novice, and she said, all right, let's do this. And she went in and did it. And this is what I say, she's a tough gal from Brooklyn. And people sort of mistook that for rude or standoffish. I spoke with a lot of people who were personal friends with her. Today, I reached out to them, and they all said she was kind and generous, but she was straightforward and honest.
Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about her being, this sort of very direct person and just making it work. Here's a clip from a shampoo commercial she made with Farrah Fawcett, who, will be best remembered as the biggest and brightest of all of Charlie's Angels. Take a look at this.
Know what I think?
You think you look adorable.
Not just that, hon. I think your shampoo did a terrific sexy number on my hair. I love it.
I'm glad. Now you could buy the Head and Shoulders. We're out.
Okay. Can I borrow some money?
Rolling Stone makes the point this ad seems to sum up her life and her career. She didn't have the look, she didn't have the voice. There was no dazzling smile like Farrah Fawcett. But in that commercial, she keeps patiently brushing her hair, knowing success will eventually come.
Yes, and she was the before, right? Farrah Fawcett is the after, the glamour. And I think the most successful people in Hollywood are people who know what their selling point is. And she knew her selling point was, I am not the glamour goddess. I am this interesting, different character with a nasally voice, and I may not have the looks, but I have a personality. And America and the world fell in love with her over and over again.
Yeah, Scott, we're out of time, but just very quickly, here's a part of a statement from which was being released by the family. Penny was a girl from the Bronx who came out west, put a cursive L on her sweater, and transformed herself into a Hollywood success story. We hope her life continues to inspire others to spend time with family, work hard, and make all of their dreams come true. Amen to that. Scott, good to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me on.